Peace, family. Let me see how I get this thing set up right here. You cannot turn your device while live. That's stupid. Okay, well, let me just bring it down a notch. I might have to look at me sideways. Oh, snap, I didn't spill stuff. Peace and love, family. Special hey and hello and happy rising to wherever you are in the world. You are watching live from Sedona, Arizona. The energy here is beautiful. Today is a lovely day. And I'm going to wait for a little bit more people to chime in before I get into, expressing my perspective on just certain little things that I've been seeing popping up on Facebook. I'm not really into the news, so I don't really know everything that's happening, but I do know what's happening is not as serious as we think it is. So just give me 1 second. Oh, my volume is low. Okay, hold on. All right, can y'all hear me now? Are you able to hear me now? Let me know if everybody can hear me good now before I be all in it, all loud and wrong. I'm just waiting on a reply from anybody to let me know if you can hear me or not. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so yes, all right, better. Okay, cool. So we've been having all these different storms and stuff coming through various areas, different states. Storms have been coming, and then I guess the most recently storm that we had was the one in Puerto Rico. And like I said, I'm not really too keen on everything that's happening with it because I don't really stay up to date what's going on. But from what I'm hearing is that I guess the government or Donald Trump or whoever is not trying to help Puerto Rico, like establish like water and just help because of some debit or credit or something like that. They owe money, so they're not trying to help them. But I know that all this stuff is going on, and I'm not in Puerto Rico, and I'm not in the disaster, and I can understand that it definitely can be devastated to be hit like that. It can be very devastated to lose your loved ones and your family. But on the flip side, sometimes we have to widen our perspective on things and just not look through the lens of just always seeing a situation, a problem, or a person in one way. So when you are able to look at things in multiple ways, you don't get fixated on one way of looking at something. So, people are mad at Trump, and like I understand, there is some help that people are going to need. But at this time, the best thing right now is to bring people together. So out of chaos, there's order. We should be looking towards ourselves and our community for that strength, for that power to get back on our feet. Not looking towards some savior or some government to come and pull us up out the water. This is a perfect time for anybody who's been hit by or affected by the storms to come together as a community. That's the most important thing. Fuck with all these governments and people, y'all waiting on handouts, waiting for Red Cross, waiting on these people. Try to see if you know a person in those areas where storms have been hit and get with them direct and see if you can donate, goods, services, prayer or whatever. But, it's time for us to come together as a community and stop looking for outside forces who don't really care about us to come save us or come help us. So when we take the energy that we're always directing, oh, they're doing this, let's come up with solutions. Let's be solution oriented. Let's not keep complaining and posting 1,000 Facebook messages and YouTube and Twitter and all these other type of social media is, just talking about what's happening. Just, stop talking about it. If you're really that concerned about what's going on, prayer is for free. And you could do it wherever you are. Your word is your power. Your word alone is your power. It's time for us to stand in our power and stop looking for outside deities and outside forces and all these, these different deities and forces that we look to, but the power is in us. Our word is our power. So, if we want to really do something, let's get together and let's meditate. Let's meditate. And then people be like, oh, how is meditation going to kill, how's it going to help anything? Well, you must don't know how powerful you are. You must don't know what you're capable of. Because if you know what you're capable of, and you know that your word is bond, us collectively coming together and on one vision and manifesting what we want to manifest, it will manifest. Because we're that damn dope. So, I'm in Sedona right now. And so I'm going to be going to one of the strong vortex portals today. So I'm going to schedule a group meditation where we can come together and, just send our love and healing prayers to these different people that are devastated by these storms, instead of just talking about it and complaining about it and talking about it. I had made a post recently about Facebook being fear book, because that's all that's promoted. Every 5 seconds I go on my Facebook, there's something going on. Some girl just got shot. A hurricane just hit. Beyonce did this. Like, we're so focused on outside stuff that we're not even doing the work in the inside, and we're missing the big picture. None of this stuff is really that serious. Everything is how it is and how it should be. Everything that's happening is happening because it's supposed to happen. And so when you change your perspective on things and look at things in a wider view or a wider lens or more filters than just one, you'll be able to not get caught up in the matrix, not get caught up in this. Anything that we do or say is an agreement. We agreed that a tree is a tree because we all agreed upon it. Now, if you was to roll up and be pointing at a tree and be like, hey, look at this rock, nobody's probably not going to understand you, because we all agreed that it's a tree. So everything that we kind of say and do, now unless you're actually bringing, information down from the divine, is something regurgitated, from somebody else, or something we just all agreed upon. We agreed upon that when a baby is born, pink is for girls, blue is for boys. That's an agreement. Who the fuck cares what a fucking color is for a girl or a boy? It's all agreements. And I just use that for example for everything in life. Everything in life is an agreement. If you agree for something to be as it is, it is. If you agree that you miserable and you're stressed out and you're sick and you got this and you got that, then you do. Stop agreeing to it. You create your reality. Your word is bond. Your word is the power. The power is in your word. That's why in the beginning, for people who, read the Bible and stuff, in the beginning, there was the word. That's all it takes is a word. So we create our reality. So, the more we focus on solution-oriented things and stop always complaining about what's going on in the world, that's the only way we're going to be able to fix things. And the more we look to our community and stop always looking for some type of government or some type of Jesus or some type of Allah or some type of Oshun or Legba or whoever or whatever, when we stop looking to all these different energy forms to save and rescue us and stand in our true power and save and rescue ourselves, and then by us saving and rescuing ourselves, in return we're able to reach a helping hand out to our neighbor, because we're doing the work. And so by you doing the work and by you becoming more authentic and dropping all these labels and these masks that we put behind ourselves, we put so many masks and labels over just us. Oh, I'm this and I do that and I'm that, and since I'm like that, I only can do that. All these boxes and labels. How could you ever be free? How can we ever be free when we lock ourselves behind things? you know, I'm from here, I'm African, and I'm from here, and I'm supposed to do that. You're an infinite being. The moment you lock yourself down to only believing and putting interest, I'm not saying it's wrong at what you do, because it's your reality. I'm just saying, if you widen your perception on things, you're able to be at that Christ consciousness. Because when you're at that Christ consciousness, you don't take things seriously. There's no right and there's no wrong, because there's infinite possibilities. You know, you're able to understand everybody's viewpoint and not disagree or agree. Just see it for how it is, and if you vibe with it, you vibe with it. But you know, when you just put yourself behind a Bible and be like, I'm black and black this and white this, you not black. Stop calling yourself black. Of course, black is an extension of many different words, but when you look at the color black and you look down at your skin, you are not that color. And you're sitting there boasting and bragging about a label. Okay, you black and what? That's it? That's all you are? You're just a label? That's all you could define yourself to? Nobody's white. Look at some white paint and look at somebody that's quote unquote white. Are they white? No. Stop getting hung up on shit that don't matter. Who cares if you black? Who the fuck cares? This is a meat suit. You are beyond this. Get out of 3D thinking. You know, you are beyond this body. Everybody is beyond their body. So why are we focused on so much about our appeal and how we look, and do we got the new this or the new head wrap? Why does it matter? Spiritual God, infinite being that's so infinite and so spiritual. Why does all that stuff matter? It don't matter. It's an illusion. We agreed upon these things. Yes, things have happened in the past, but that's the past. The only moment you can attest to is this now moment. That's the only thing you can do something with, is this now moment. You can't do nothing with something that happened in the past. So let's stop agreeing to things that we don't want to happen in our life. Just stop agreeing and widen your perception. You are all in everything. Everything is happening for a reason. Stop promoting so much fear about all these different little situations. I don't even know half of the damn situations that's going on in the world, because I'm not focusing on the outside. I'm focusing on the inside, because the more I focus on me and the more I get myself together, it echoes out, because we're all one. The more you really awaken to yourself, your power, and what this all is, it helps other people. But we can't do that when we just always one-tracked minded, always looking at things with one lens. Because, you know, when something happens, we automatically, even I find myself doing it, but I stop myself. I'm not getting down the down spiral. I stop myself. So when something happens, we want to just pick, oh, it's happening because of this, and only this. And they're doing this because of this, and this is the reason. You're assuming without asking. So instead of making assumptions and putting our mind on one thing, widen your perception on things and see things in multiple views. Instead of everything being so negative and negative, send love and prayer to the people that's in these storms. Instead of you going to make a post being like, that's so fucked up, Donald Trump, blah, blah, blah. Take a moment and write something else. Right? Let's send love and abundance and harmony to the people in the storm, regardless of what's going on with Donald Trump or anybody. Who the fuck cares? The power is in us. Let's stand in our fucking power. I just don't get it. Stand in our power. I mean, I know I make a lot of video about labels and, you know, masks, and I'm always going to keep bringing it up, because that's what we stand behind. We stand behind the role of a mom, and, you know, moms stand behind roles of, oh, these are my kids, so I have to do X, Y, Z. That soul that's in that body that is your child is a soul that could have been your lover in a life, could have been your mom, could have been your dad. So it's a spirit in a vessel. So don't feel like you always have to carry this mother role or this father role. Yes, you have to be there to guide and protect, but that spirit is still there on their own journey, on their own quest. Don't take things so seriously when certain things happen to them. That's the way the script is going, you know. So as soon as we just keep dropping these these different labels. Like we just stop dropping these labels. We can get out of this bondage. You know, we can just really get out of this bondage when we widen our perspective on things. They're not supposed to be doing that. Why is guys wearing skinny leg jeans? Why this? Who the fuck cares what they are wearing? Surface level shit. Surface level. You're focusing on surface level things. We are beyond what somebody's wearing, who somebody's sleeping with, what gender they sleeping with. Who cares who they sleeping with? What they doing to you? You still getting your check. So why you complaining? So, you know, it's just, this energy is just coming in. I'm in beautiful Sedona, and I'm just learning how to surrender and just be patient. When you truly surrender in the moment, I'm talking about just like, not like we've been traveling. We're, if you know, if you've been watching our story, we're no longer traveling with our travel trailer. We had some things go down with that, and whenever everything is cleared, I'll let you know more about it. But we just say, you know what, that's not going to stop us. We're still going to travel across country, and we're going to do it in a truck. And however we, and wherever we may go, and wherever we may sleep, and however we may eat, will manifest with grace and ease when you just surrender. So, you know, I started off talking about the whole Trump thing and agreements. And I just, before I get off here, I just really want to just let you know that whatever you want, you can get it. Today, when we get off of here, script write. Write your own reality. Write your movie. Sit down, write the characters you want in your movie. You know, how you want them to be. What kind of encounters you want to encounter. Places you want to go. How does the weather feel? How does it smell? What do you want to be drinking? What do you want to be wearing? Like, write it all out, because your power is in your word. You know, so write it all out and just surrender to whatever comes. And I know that's easier said than done, but when you surrender to whatever's coming, you're not having any expectations, because you never should have expectations. Expectations get your feelings hurt when you expect this person to do this, or you expect this situation to go this and that way. You can't expect anybody to do anything, because they're them. They have their own set of, they're in their own reality, and they're with their own beliefs. So stop expecting anybody to do anything. You know, so when you throw down this expectations and assuming, well, I assumed this was like this because XYZ. Don't assume. No. Don't assume nothing. No. Because when you know, there's no second guessing yourself. You're in clarity. You surrendered. You know, so just really start surrendering into the moment. No matter how, quote unquote, bad it may seem, find other ways to view that situation instead of focusing on that one point. So, I think that's all I needed to get out today. We got to really start waking up even more. And I understand everything is in labels. I mean, not labels, levels. And we all reach a level and we learn some stuff, and then we widen our perceptions. Like, I was all, you know, when I first started this journey, I was on the whole vegan strong tip, and anybody eating meat is wrong, and whoop-de-whoop, you know, limiting my perception. I wasn't able to see the big picture of everything. I was on my black power phase too, and, you know, black people this, black people that, but it's bigger than that. So you break through that box. So there's so many different boxes and labels and chains that we are in. So to really be free from bondage is to really live out the heart. Is to really live in the heart. When you living in your heart, it's the best place to be. There's no right or no wrong. You're just infinite. So let's just start living in our hearts. Because when we live in our, when you call yourself a guy, or you live in your heart, you can't be bashing people for their skin color. You can't be bashing people for who they might want to date or who they want to engage with. You can't be bashing people because of whatever religion or whatever beliefs they decide to believe in. Because whatever they believe in is their reality. It has nothing to do with you. So, continue to pray. Because when you pray, your words go out, and then when you meditate, your prayers or the answer is revealed to you. So whenever you're stuck on something, just ask, just pray, and then sit still to be able to, confirm with yourself, because the universe, God, what all these different names and labels that you want to associate with, it's all you. It's you. So I love you guys a lot. Stay tuned for the group meditation for everybody who's been affected by the storm, and just anybody in general that may be, going through any pain or any stress or any anxiety or any guilt. I want to share my love, my abundance, my blessings, my wisdom, my love, my compassion with the world. And I just want you guys to join me too a little later and doing the same thing. I'm also doing readings today, $5 for a card. I have a new, it's called the Oracle Cards for Transformation. And so I pulled a card for myself yesterday, and I wasn't expressing some things that I should have been expressing, but I couldn't figure out what it was. And so I pulled that card, and it was right on point to what I was going through. And so this is just a good time to just me channeling in energy from this beautiful Sedona vortex and channeling it back out to you guys. So if you're interested into the and for a reading today, like I said, it's $5 for a card. And I'm about to go to one of the strong vortexes out there, so I'll probably be able to do it out there. So yeah, family, peace and love. Thank you for taking the time out to just hearing my message. I'm not here to push anything on anybody. I'm not here to make anybody believe nothing they don't want to believe, because it's your reality. I'm just here to give my perception on how I view things. Peace and love, family.